Hey, everybody. How are you? Monday moment of change. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm going to try this. Let's see if I pick this up. Hello, Miss Mel. I love you. You're the first one on. That's awesome. Hey, Miss Marcy. Hello, Pastor. Hey, Deacon Libby. How are you? You guys can hear me okay? Hello, everybody. Come on in. We're going to get started in just a moment. Come on in, everybody. Somebody tell me you can hear me okay. Praise God. All y'all coming on. Hi, Miss Mel. Miss Tasha, how are you, darling? Good to see you again. Thank you for your help today. I appreciate it. You should see the office. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. Hello, First Lady. How are you? Hey, Deacon Keisha is on. Hey, how are you? Hello there, everybody. I'm sure you're probably all wondering while I'm sitting here by myself. But y'all know I gotta wait on my husband. He's upstairs getting ready for y'all. He's upstairs probably moisturizing. I don't know what he's doing. He's getting ready. Hello, everybody. Come on in. We're going to get started in just a moment. We have a change of scenery tonight. We're sitting in our prayer room because the office is completely jacked up. Yes. I decided to change today and change the whole office, so it's nowhere near ready. Hey, Miss Tracy, how are you, darling? Hello. We got some people from the People's Church. Love y'all. Love your pastor and your First Lady. Love them so much. All right, so a Monday moment of change. I'm so excited about it's Monday, Monday moment of change. And tonight, hey, Miss Coco. Hello, Miss Danielle. How are you, beautiful? You are a beautiful soul. I've been meaning to tell you that. Love your statuses. Been following you. So anyway, hello, Miss Coco. How are you? Meow. Okay, that was just for you. So here we go. Monday moment of change. Tonight we're gonna switch it up a little bit. My hubby's gonna join us in just a moment, and who knows what we're gonna talk about tonight. It's gonna be crazy because you know when we get together, it's little. Oh, hola, mis carentores. How are you? The best Spanish I could do. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I'll speak German. Hey, Miss Tamisha. Hey, daughter. Hey, Stephanie. How are you? So, moment of change. We're gonna talk about marriage, of course, a little bit. We've been married 17 plus years, so we're going to talk a little bit about marriage and a couple other things. But what is moment of change? One moment in your life that changes everything. It could be a little thing or it could be something big. It could be a decision, or it's just like something just happened and you realize, you know what, I just need to change something. So I think I hear him coming. Let's see. I know he wanted to know what color shirt I was wearing. By the way, do y'all love my shirt? It says believer with tattoos. That's right. Love Jesus and tattoos. And here, oh my God. Oh my God, here he comes. Oh my God, he's ready. Okay, y'all ready for Pastor? Why does he have on a tie? What in the world?
I wanted to be special. I wanted to look good. I wanted to look good. What's wrong with my tie?
What in the world? What is he doing, y'all? No.
I wanted this. I may not get this opportunity again, so I want to make sure I look good.
You don't dress up. What are you doing?
Oh, so kill the tie. Who on?
Kill the tie. Everybody's on. All of LOL is on. Pastor Eli. Look, they're laughing at you already.
Eli, I know Eli ain't laughing at me. Eli ain't laughing at me.
Look, Deacon Libby said, "What in the world?"
Deacon Libby,
oh my
fired.
God! Yeah, you're not fired. A red tie at that, right? What's up with that? What are you trying to say?
The blood of Jesus. The blood, mercy, and the blood.
Oh, where's your E? I'm sorry, that's the
anyway.
It's supposed to be like that.
Anyway, okay.
So anyway,
right.
so without introduction, I mean I don't even need it, but this is my husband.
You sure? You sure?
This is the man I live with. Yeah. That I've been living with for the last 17 years. And yes, we're married. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Yeah, 17 years.
You'd be surprised what a
pastor.
good pawn shop would do in your neighborhood.
You know what?
Amen. Praise the Lord.
I get that from a pawn shop. Stop
No,
it.
ain't no pawn shop. Ain't no pawn shop
I have a
right
pawn shop ring. After 18 years, this is what I find out. I have a pawn shop
there.
ring.
There ain't
This
no pawn
is
shop. No, that's
okay,
real. That's
so
real.
okay, we're gonna get serious because we need to encourage some folks, some married folks, and single folk,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because we used to be single.
We,
Were
at
you?
one point.
At one point, we were single.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I remember when I was single. I had good credit. I had a nice car. I had American Express Gold.
Whatever.
And then it happened.
and then it happened.
And
The
then it
moment
happened.
of change happened.
The moment of change happened. That's when it happened for the good though. It's all good.
It's all good. Romans 8:28.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
He works it all for us.
He works it all for me. I know. Romans what?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Whatever she says, it's your show. Yeah.
So, okay. So here we go. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about today was in our, when he worked in DC, that's so funny.
Who is that?
The Pastor Eli. Yeah, you heard about the stories in DC, right? With me in the car, he wants to tell you the stories of DC. No, I don't think so.
What?
So,
What happened in DC?
all the ladies you used to, date.
That was 18. Look, what I told y'all. Remember I preached a message, let the past stay the past.
Oh my
Remember,
God.
18 years. She's still talking about some old girl.
Whatever.
18 years ago.
Okay, let's be
What happened
serious.
to change?
Whatever, we've changed. So here's the thing. So we always say from the stage, and even with our married couples, we talk about how things can change in your marriage. And for us, early on when we first got married, we were saved.
I was saved. I know I was saved. I don't know about you.
I had accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. However, I was not living it. Okay, I wasn't quite living it. Even though, when we first dated, he was trying to get, and I was like, no, I'm a good girl. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. So anyway, so we got married about a year after we met. 6 months after we met, we moved in together, and we were not married. But then we got married 6 months later. And the first 3, 4, 5 years, maybe up to 5, maybe 4 years, were what?
Oh, God, you can see the first couple of years was hard, and that's only because you got two broken people trying to make something whole.
Right.
That's a Wernerism. My pastor always talks about how two people who are broken, who got stuff in their past, who's been through some stuff, are trying now to become one when it's not that easy. So we always give praise and honor to God for keeping us, but also for listening, not just having, but listening to the advice of Pastor Vernon, Dr. Vernon, Mom and Dad for us.
Right.
Lady Vernon and Pastor Vernon for us.
Hey, Pastor Adams, how are you,
and
sir?
just listening to what advice. And funny we bring that up because back then we wasn't as close to them as we are now.
Right.
And a lot of the teaching and things that helped us get stay married and get our marriage better came from looking at them on TV.
Yes.
Watching them on TV.
Yes.
And it just took off from there. I'm glad you hung in there with me.
Absolutely. So, but I want to talk about that one moment of change. So I'm gonna get to it real quick. So we were probably within our first year, almost second year of marriage, and we were having a really, really hard time. We got married. I had a son when we got married. He was 5, 6 at the time, and we had just had Josh. So we had a 5, 6-year-old. We had a newborn. We just bought a home, our first home together. Mm-hmm. We started a business together. We started Designer Fitness, a gym, and then I got laid off. So it was just crazy in our life, and we didn't get along. We didn't get along at all. You were at work all the time. I was at home with babies, and for anybody any mom, you know what it's like when you have newborns at home with little babies and little kids, elementary school kids, and you're at home by yourself. And so we had this huge fight, and we decided that we had a huge fight, It wasn't even heated fellowship. It was a fight.
Well, okay. I don't remember, but if you say so.
9/11. We're about to talk about that.
9/11.
Yes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we had this huge fight, and we decided that it wasn't going to work out. It wasn't going to work out. We decided that our marriage wasn't going to work out, and we started talking divorce. We literally started talking divorce, and this was the morning of 9/11. So we were in the living room just trying to figure things out. Who gets the kids? Who's going to get the house? All of this stuff, trying to talk it through. I don't know if we were talking. We were probably yelling it through. And our phone kept ringing. The home phone kept ringing. It kept ringing. And he was getting annoyed. Like, why? Because he knew it was probably my parents, because we had issues with the in-laws and everything.
Outlaws.
And
Outlaws.
Stop it.
In-laws.
The outlaws. Not the in-laws. So we had this huge fight, and the phone kept ringing. So finally I answered the phone, and it was my mother. And she was, I could tell she was very upset. I didn't know what was going on. And she said, "Are you guys watching TV? What are you doing? Are you watching TV?" And we're like, "No." So she said, "Turn on the TV." And as we turned on the TV, the second plane just hit the World Trade Center. And so we just started watching the news. And as we were sitting there watching, we looked at each other, and we realized, why? Like, this is going on in the world right now, and here we are talking divorce. It was that moment of change for us where we realized, you know what happened? We are in love. We were in love. We had kids. All of this stuff.
Mortgage.
Everything was trivial to what was going on in the world, and we realized we got to make this work. So we made a decision. We made a moment of change that moment, and we said that the D word, we don't even say the word divorce. The D word for us was out of the question. It was off the table, which meant we had to figure it out.
Had to work it out. I don't know if we went to counseling right then.
No, not at that moment. Yes, we still go.
And it's not just because something's wrong, it's just to make sure that we continue to stay sharp. But again, our pastor, Lady Vernon, Dr. Vernon, we sit with them a couple of times a year. It's not a long visit, but it's something just to talk about how we doing and some things that go on. But I cannot overlook the fact that we constantly have our day.
Right.
It used to be day night.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna talk about
yes,
that.
we're gonna talk about that.
Shut up,
I wanted to give people hope, especially if you are in a relationship right now, if you're in a marriage right now and you're looking at each other and you're trying to figure out how we're going to make this work. At some point, obviously, you need two people. You need two people wanting to work on the same.
Amos 3 and 3.
Right. What is it?
How can two agree walk in the same direction or something? I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
Somebody gonna email me telling me, I ain't with that scripture.
Pastor don't know any scripture. What's up with that?
I've been with the Lord all day. I've been with the Lord all day.
Right.
Give me a break. Am I still on Sabbath?
You got off your Sabbath at 6 o'clock. You're good.
Oh,
you're good.
Okay.
But we realized that it was God that brought us together, and God is the one that's going to keep us together. So we decided that we needed to do work. We needed to do work on our marriage. So we started doing counseling. We started getting around other married couples that had been married for a long time, who weren't just, I don't want to call them, who weren't faking it. Sometimes you get these couples that, they have this perfect marriage on the website. They have a perfect marriage. When you see them, they get along. You see them on Facebook, and they always like, me and my boo. But you never hear them talk about their real issues, because here's the reality. Everybody has issues. Every marriage has issues. So I'd rather be around people that say, you know what, we have a great marriage, but we go through it sometimes. And here's how we do the work. Here's, what we do. So Pastor and I have always been very honest about, we have a counselor. And as he said, we don't go all the time, but we go every now and then for maintenance. Sometimes when there is a disagreement and we just can't hear each other, we want to sit with a third party. If we can't get with mom or dad, with Dr. Vernon or Lady Vernon, we'll go sit with the counselor or another. Or we call Eli, Lady Nakia, Pastor Maddox and them. See,
I ain't calling them Maddox. It's crazy. The Maddoxes is crazy.
Are crazy.
I ain't calling them Maddoxes. I ain't calling her that.
Well, Tiffany is going to give us some of her stuff. And
Oh,
we'll be
yeah.
all right.
Oh, yeah. Tiffany. Shout out to Tiffany, Lady Tiffany. Lady
Oh
Tiffany,
my God.
girl. Where is she
Oh
on?
my God. I don't know
Lady
if they're on or
Tiffany.
not.
Oh, Lord
Oh, my
Jesus.
goodness.
What's that stuff
Anyway,
she said?
Stop. We're not going to talk about that tonight. Pure
pure
romance.
oh,
We're not going to
Jesus.
talk about pure romance tonight.
Bless you, Lady Tiffany.
But, you know, so here's the thing. The encouragement is, no matter, we were at the point where we were ready to say we're done. It's over. But God graced us. He gave us the grace to say, I'm willing to work on that. And I'm willing to work on our marriage. And we're willing to do whatever it takes. And there is a give and take. Pastor said it earlier. And yes, this is my husband, and I call him pastor. And I even call him pastor at home. Sometimes instead of, saying, hey, Tony, I'm like, pastor. I'm like, wait a minute. And the kids do the same thing. But anyway, so the thing is, there was a moment, and we decided at that moment, so no matter where you are in your marriage right now, things may not be going the right way. There may be some things that get on your nerves, and you're like, I don't know if I could take this for another 20 years or so. Make a decision, get with your spouse and decide that you're going to work this out no matter what.
There is no options.
There are no options.
There is no plan B.
There is no plan B. Now, I'm going to say this. If your spouse, if you're in a situation where your life is in danger, if you're in a situation where there's physical abuse, spousal abuse, it's time to roll. I'm not going to tell you to be in that relationship, okay? If your life is in danger, God does not need to write a chapter on somebody busting you upside your head. It's time to go. Praise the Lord. Those real spooky spiritual. Right, I'm gonna get an email on the spooky spiritual. The spooky spiritual people will tell us that we could pray that away. But I'm sorry. My mother grew up. My mother was in that relationship. I grew up in that house. No, I'm out. Outie. I'm gone. So we want to be healthy, and you want to have two people who are trying to be healthy at the same time. So we've learned here's the thing. We had we met with our couples on Friday, right? We had a Marriage Matters. We get together with our couples and we sit down. We kind of just talk about different things about how to have a healthy marriage. And one of the couples said, well, we're so different. Like, we're not alike at all. And we started laughing. We're like, that's actually really good.
Praise the Lord, y'all ain't
Who would want to date you?
Right.
Who would want to date somebody that's just like you? I
I
wouldn't want to date me.
You.
Right. I don't want to marry me. I need somebody that's just going to be different from me. Because Pastor and I, we're completely the opposite for most things. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I'm glad you said that, because somebody gonna get free. Just point your hands at the screen, give me hearts, thumbs up, whatever. Because somebody will get free. So you should have invited me on here, because I'm gonna talk. That's my oil there. But what I'm saying is, I'm 100 miles an hour all the time. I never think about stuff. God's given me vision, but God didn't tell me how to get to that vision, and you helped me. By the word of God, how do we do this? How do we count the cost? Because I'll go out and buy the White House and paint it black, and she'll be like, wait a minute,
you gotta wait. It's a good idea to do that.
Wait till I know this. That's a bad analogy. But what I'm saying is, I want to take the world right now, and sometimes my wife balances me out and says, okay, let's just take our city first.
Right.
Let's just take our street first.
Take our neighborhood
first. Our neighborhood first, and then we'll take the city, baby. Because I'm a big visionary. And the thing that you don't do that I like is you don't crush my dreams. Right. And be like, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life.
But let me say this. I had to learn not to do that. I used to do that all the time. And hey, Lady Robin, how are you, family? Where your hubby? But here's the thing. Here's where counseling helps. And this helped with us in learning from Dr. Vernon and Lady Vernon. Actually, Lady Vernon taught me that. I called him one day, it was years ago, and I said, I need to figure out how to kind of let my husband, like, how do I tell him no without telling him no? Meaning, he would have this big vision. We had just started the the church, and within the first year, he was like, we're going to give out 5,000 book bags.
I'm going to have Israel.
Right. And he's, all these we're going to have Dr. Vernon come and preach for us. And I'm like, right, but still. So he would go, I have this great idea, and I would look at him, and I would just, my face sometimes, I got to get my face right. We got my face right. And hey, Missy, how are you? So good to see you. But see, anyway, I had to get my face right, and I would look at him, I'd be like, we can't do that. Like, how are you going to do that? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, we don't even have money to do this. I mean, why would you, and that was kind of my attitude. And I would literally crush his dreams. I didn't know that in the beginning. He wouldn't say anything. He would just like back off. He wouldn't fight me on it. He wouldn't say anything. He would back off. And then I realized after a while that he would stop telling me stuff. And so one day I'm like, well, how come you're not, sharing this stuff? Like, he would announce stuff at church, and I'd be like, really? Like, why you ain't tell me? Why am I the last person to know?
You ain't tell me you was having a cookout.
Right. At our house, right? We're hosting a cookout
27
today.
people at the door.
Right. So, and he looked at me and he said, every time I tell you something, you literally crush my dream. And he called me a dream killer. And that's not a song.
Oh, just reread. Sorry.
So he called me a dream killer, and I'm like, oh my God. I didn't realize I did that. So I told him I would stop doing it, but I didn't. It was part of who I was. It's something I saw my mother doing. It was a pattern that was ingrained in me, and I hadn't changed that yet. I didn't know how to change it. So I went to Lady Vernon, and I said, how do I do that? So she told me I needed to start backing off. And it's not that I'm going to say no, but I have to, at the same time, make him feel good about it, because it may be a great idea. Because here's the thing about Pastor, no matter what he decides to do, it always seems to work out.
I'm going to do it.
He's going to do it.
That's a good place for me to jump in and talk about my Tesla.
Well,
no mind.
Anyway,
I'll talk about Tesla later.
So anyway, she told me, she gave me some great advice. She's like, the next time he has this great idea, instead of saying immediately no, look at him and say, wow, that's a great idea. I think that's a very good.
And then say no.
No, that's a great idea. Let's talk about how can we make this happen. Tell me what you think, and then he would give me all the information, and then a couple of days later, we'll have another conversation, because at that point, I can have processed it, and maybe I can figure out how to make it happen.
And then that's when you tell me no.
No, stop. I say yes. I say no sometimes. But most of the time, I say, this is a great idea. Let's make it happen. But see, on the other end, he says yes to everything. Everything I want to do, he says yes to. It doesn't matter what it is. I could be like, you know what? Hey, we're waving, Miss. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, yes.
Pastor Nias is on
Samara, yes.
Oh, Samara,
hey, Miss Candace, how are you? So anyway, but he says yes to everything, and it was a few months ago. I told you to stop saying yes to everything that I want to do. Remember that? And I said, I need you, if I'm way out of left field, I need you to tell me, I want you to teach me, and I want you to tell me, here's a better way of doing it, or here's another way of doing it. Go ahead, answer before we start.
I don't even know how to do that, because everything, this is why I work, so you can have what you want, and the children can have what they want.
I know.
This is why I have a farm.
We're going to
talk about the farm. We're going to also talk about my latest.
Stop! Not yet. Don't show it to me. Oh my God, we're going to get it. Okay.
I get to serve my wife, and that's something. I work hard just so we can have what we do have.
That's right.
God be the glory. God has given us a lot of stuff, so I just find it difficult. It's not because of my past. My mom, my father always gave my mother. It's just because I enjoy seeing you with nice things. For example, you have a very expensive ring on for 18 years. I got the rubber ring.
Whatever. No, look.
Rubber ring.
Okay, let me tell y'all something. This man had a white gold,
let me
diamond wedding ring.
Let me just show
But he
people-
chooses, he chooses to wear plastic around his finger.
Let me show you.
Because he goes to the gym. What is that all about?
Look at my wedding ring can do this. My wedding ring. Hers can't do that.
But look, he has like 18 of them, like every
I
color.
change it with my
no
white
matter what
bands.
right. He would
And my
change
shirt.
Right. So anyway,
Praise the Lord.
but here's
Is
the
that
other
my
thing.
friend?
Yes, hey.
Michelle. Hey,
yeah.
Michelle.
So
Stephanie.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Coco.
One of the things that we believe
Are y'all sharing the
marks
video?
share the video is having fun in marriage. You know what? So many married couples are getting up in the morning, going to work, staying at work, coming home, cooking dinner, taking care of the kids, watching Netflix, cleaning the house, doing the laundry, going to bed. Half the time, 2 weeks later, haven't had sex, all of that stuff. Stop. We hear it all the time. And they're existing. They're not thriving. And part of that is they're not having fun. We choose to have fun. I mean, sometimes he could be a bit much, but we have
said I could be
fun.
a
a bit much.
Oh, I thought you said I thought you called me a black. I thought you called me
I said a bit much.
I heard it. Did somebody else hear it?
All of my LOL fans, if Pastor could be a bit much, just give me a thumbs up.
Y'all be church.
Never mind. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But I see no thumbs up. I see heart. We send a heart. You out the church. You out the will of the Father.
You're out of the will of the Father. I'm sorry. But here's how. Let me share how we had fun today. So I decided this morning
You had fun.
that I had fun. So I decided this morning.
I went for a 3-mile walk.
So I decided this morning. I woke up this morning. I said I'm going to change the office. Change
my office.
His office.
Not
because
your office.
It's cluttered. There's stuff
But
everywhere.
the clutter is not mine. It's yours.
all my stuff. And I figured both of us need to be in this office, so I'm going to clean the office. I'm doing this for you, babe. Right? So yes. And then one of our wonderful church members came over and helped me declutter. We did the purge. We just got rid of a bunch of stuff. But there was something I found. Hey, Pastor. To you. So here's what I found. So for most of you know that Pastor is a nutritionist. He's a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Come on, no. You see, you're so fast. Show me your guns. Come on.
I ain't
So,
doing that.
so for over 22 years, he has been getting people healthy. So as I was cleaning out the office,
shout out to
and he's a
vegans.
vegan. All
Shout
the
out
vegans.
to all the vegans.
Come on, show me your tattoo. No. Okay.
No.
So anyway. So today, as I was cleaning the office, I found this, and I want to share it with the world, the Facebook world. Okay, if you don't respond. Okay,
No, wait a minute. How you gonna tell them not to respond? Y'all need to order this.
Okay, you need to order this.
This is a classic.
It's $1.99.
How you gonna set the price on my stuff?
I meant $19.99.
No,
and you
I'm
can
gonna
get
let
it
them all go for 99 cents.
for 99. So here's what I found.
Yeah, I had to change. No, change
called-
me. What was it called?
My man has a workout video. He has this is from 2006. And can y'all see this? This is me. This is me with a whole bunch of fake hair. I don't know if you can see it. I had the fakest ponytail.
Y'all
on
should
top
get
of
it
my
just
head.
for that.
This
Instructional.
And how wait a minute. Hold up. I'm sorry, baby. How crazy is this? It says change me.
That's the name of it.
The name of the DVD was Change Me. We've been doing change for how long? Forever.
A long time.
For a long.
Can I talk about my video?
Tell them about the video. I want to know why there are 4 of your pictures on here. Like, how come I'm not in the front on the front?
Because I am the artiste. And the artiste. Listen, go to Lady Charlotte Lewis's website.
LadyCharlotte.com.
I'm
gonna put it on there.
If you get her book, I'm gonna send you for 99 cents extra. Who said something smart? Coco.
I want to see the video. Yes, I'm in the video.
I'm gonna autograph this video. You got 7 seconds to go to Lady Charlotte's
Order a
website
book.
and
You
order.
get the
video for 99 cents. That includes the shipping. This instructional video comes in 3. What a video! You have a video.
Wait, no. Here, I have another one.
Look,
See?
this video has scriptures. It has scriptures.
They said they want to play it at church. Can we play it at church?
We're gonna have a whole Sunday when we do it. There's a beginner's version of it. There's intermediate, and then there's an advanced
There is
version.
no intermediate. It's just beginners and advanced. And by the way, Deacon Livy, if you are on, guess who is doing the advanced workout?
Yes.
This,
and back
this
then,
girl right
back then
here.
it was 2006. You could do the advanced workouts. Yeah. Praise the Lord.
So here's what you do. Go online, order I Have to Change right now.
And you get
Change Me.
Yeah. Make sure y'all go online and get this. Share this video with everybody.
God. Oh my
Share this. Listen, the book is great, but man, this workout gonna bless you. It's in HD quality. Did they have HD there?
They did.
It is an HD quality. It look good, and it got music. Actually, my good friend Michael G. Marshall, who was the director of music for Alabama Gospel Choir, did the sound music.
And it's so churchy. Yeah, it's scriptures on it and everything. It's so churchy. Oh my God. And Kenny McCrae, Minister Regina's husband, he shot the video. He did the editing for the video.
Actually,
it was
you know
beautiful.
what? How much time? Actually, you know what? The guy who shot it is now on W50 whatever TV.
Oh,
remember,
wow.
Remember he shot
yes.
it.
So yes.
Y'all gotta get this.
So we have, not only do we have a book, we have an exercise
We
video.
did.
And I have a big fake ponytail on, so you won't really know it's us. So our girls, which is funny because our girls watched it today and they laughed for like 2 hours. Like they just thought it was the funniest thing because the intro, we're gonna play the intro at church probably on Sunday. Right? Can you do the intro for us?
The video froze. The video froze.
Because because Pastor goes, "Hello, I'm Tony Lewis."
See, this.
We have fun.
I support everything my wife has done thus far. I got one video that came out 12, 15 years ago, whatever, and she can't help me get rid of it. We only printed 100 copies. We got 89 of them.
We got 89 left.
89 of them left upstairs.
Right.
Look, I'm not throwing these videos away. Everybody go on to LadyCharlotte.com, order the book today.
Order the book.
And I'm going to send you for 99 cents extra. Help a brother out. 99 cents extra. You're going to learn how to change emotionally, spiritually, but also physically. You can get this into your hands for your children, for all your family members. It's going to bless you. It's going to bless you.
It's going to bless you.
You got 4 seconds, 4 minutes to order.
4 minutes to order. But anyway, so yes. So we just wanted to share that and to show you that you can have fun. And here's the thing. He's not mad that I was making fun of him. Are you mad? Are you okay? Are you okay? I'll make it up to you this evening.
All right.
All right. Oh, we're good.
Red tie.
We're good. Get the red. Oh my God, no.
Get the red tie. Hey.
So silly.
Pastor Eli, I'll call you tomorrow. I ain't gonna call you today.
But have fun. What else do we need? Like what else? Dates.
Make sure you guys know your date for us Tuesday, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. I think you push it back tomorrow because you destroy the office so somebody coming to move stuff.
No, tomorrow I'm going to be on the radio, Blog Talk Radio.
Oh,
I am.
Tomorrow, make sure you announce that, and they can also get one of these videos. If they listen to you on Blog Talk Radio tomorrow, they can get one of these videos as well. She'll be on somebody's radio show tomorrow. I'll be cutting grass or doing something and reading the Bible. I'll be in my prayer room reading the Bible.
That's all he does is read the Bible.
And working out. I'm going to walk at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to walk for an hour before I go to the gym. I'm going to have my kale drink at 12. But you too can do this if you buy this video.
Okay, all right, enough with the video. Let it go. We're going to do a new one.
I've been trying to sell videos for 16 years.
So we're going to do a new video at some point. But what about the farm? You want to tell people about the farm?
No,
what you doing? No, I told them we're gonna talk about it. See, here's the thing. Here's what's funny. I never thought that I was gonna be a pastor's wife. And now I am
a pastor's wife.
And now I'm a farmer's wife. And I haven't been to the farm yet.
Make sure you guys visit me on Instagram. What's my
at the Black Vegan Pastor. Black Vegan Pastor.
Also like me and Pastor Tony Lewis. I'm almost at 1,000 likes on my Facebook, if you like me on my Facebook, you can get. No, wait. If you like my Facebook, the first 10 people who like my Facebook page, Pastor Tony Lewis, you get one of these DVDs for free.
You're not going to get any likes.
I got 906 likes on my Facebook right now.
Oh my God.
Oh
look, Deacon Libby said I'm a vegan wife as well. Well, I'm the wife of a vegan. I'm not a vegan wife.
Deacon Libby.
I'm what you call veganish. Do you know? Do you know? Veganish means that sometimes I'm vegan. I don't eat meat, but the other day I do.
Whatever.
So it's veganish.
Anyway, you can be in shape. By
oh my God! Let it go. Let it go.
Get one of these videos.
Look,
this
babe,
emotional. It's instructional.
You be pastor. You be farmer. You be nutritionist. You not be this. Please, let it. It's okay. Well,
right.
Why are you reclining like you're
Because
at home?
Oh,
you are
this
at home.
This is your show. I'm
at
at home. I'm about to go eat me some watermelon with the seeds in it.
That's right.
If you hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, I'll tell you why you should only eat watermelons with the seed in it, and I'll send you a copy of this.
And did y'all remember earlier I said that we're completely different? So he is the health nut. He works out 7 days a week, 6 days a week.
6.
I work out. I do laundry. I cook some days. What else? I run errands. I take care of the kids. I homeschool. I preach. I teach. I mean, come on now. I write books. I write devotionals. I do this. Hello, somebody. I mean, that's like a workout, right?
Yeah, that's a workout.
The other day we had 7 little girls in the house. That's working
out.
That's like exercising
little
to me.
kids from church over the little, what is it, from 8 to 17 or something? A couple of kids from church.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing.
But yes. So we asked. Let me get back to marriage real quick. We had asked when we were meeting with the married folk last Friday. We were talking about.
I thought this was a half-hour show.
I don't know. I don't even know how long we've been on.
This
Praise
is
the
part
Lord.
of my contract.
Okay, let me tell y'all this too. So I told my husband, here's kind of the flow of it. Here's what I think we should talk about. And I want you to give the people some scripture, like put some scripture to it, be the pastor. And he told me that I'm not paying him enough. So he's not going to quote anything. Oh my God.
Tonight.
Man,
you need to pay for these scriptures.
Wait a minute. Oh, here you go. Will this still wait a minute? $10, $20, $30.
You giving me back my own money.
No, actually that's Josh's grass cutting money. One of our neighbors just dropped off $30 for him. He cuts grass. By the way, if you need your grass cut, if you need your grass cut, just call our son. As long as you're in the area, because we got to drive him, because he's 17 and still don't have a driver's license. I don't know what's up with that. But in marriage, have fun, go on date nights. Why should we go on dates? What do we do on our dates?
Sharpen the saw. Talk about issues. Talk about fun. Talk about finances. Talk about lovemaking. Talk about what's God saying to you. What's God saying to me. How are our children doing? All of the things that are necessary to keep the fire burning, to keep Christ in the center of our relationship.
Exactly.
So those are things. I'm going to give you this real quick because I know somebody was asking about it earlier. Amos 3 and what was it, 3 and 7? I've had it on my other phone, but you done took my other phone.
I didn't take your phone. Your phone is right here.
So
oh my goodness. Here is why. I know he gave you all of the reasons on why we believe it's so important for a date, because people always say, well, we don't communicate well, we're not communicating, or you're talking at each other, but nobody's really hearing each other. We reserve, when we get together on date night once a week, or date day, we've changed it to date day because that just works for us, because we're always together. As far as ministry, we're in full-time ministry, 24/7, full-time ministry. But throughout the week, because we're so busy with so many other things, we don't have time to talk about certain things like our finances, or it's not just a conversation that you should have real quick. It's a conversation that you sit down and you look at each other and you're actually paying attention. You're not on your phone. You're not like, hey, let me talk to you, and you're scrolling at the same time. You're looking at each other and you're saying, here's what I want to talk to you about. Here are the finances. Here's what I'm concerned about. Here is what I'm happy about. Here's what we have in savings. Here's what we can and can't do. Here are our goals. So those are the things that you talk about, as well as, you were saying about talking about what's going on with the kids. Are there any concerns? And the most important thing, what is God saying to you? See, here's the thing. When we have decisions to make about certain things, if like right now we're kind of in that mode where we're about to buy a new home, and we were like, okay, let's do it this summer. And then we actually sat down and decided, let's hold off for a little while longer because there's some other things we want to pay off. There's some other goals we want to achieve before we go there. Let's wait. But then the question is, what is God telling you? What are you praying about? Because he may be praying for the house and I'm praying for let's wait. So now we're not on one accord. He's praying one thing, I'm praying about the other thing. And, you know, I'm hearing one thing, he's hearing something else. And at the end of the day, he is my husband. I'm going to listen to what God says to him because he is the head of the house. No matter that I'm the change lady, I go out and preach, I go out and teach, I do all of these other things. I'm hearing from God for our family or for me or for other women. But at the end of the day, in this house, he is the man of the house. And whatever God tells him, I'm going to go with.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, you can order this video right now. Change me. No, I'm just joking. No, here it is. Amos 3:3. Can two people walk together without agreeing on the direction? That's basically in a nutshell. We have to all. We're a power team. We're a team. We don't do anything. That's the NLT version. We discuss everything. I always say this. My wife and I are so in tune that sometimes she could be thinking one thing, and I can walk in the room and say, you know what, I was just thinking about something, and she would say, I was just thinking about the same thing. That just comes because it happens because we are always together. We like being together.
Yes, I like him.
We like each other.
I like you. Now there's some.
Wait till the thing over. Change
But
me.
there are some days though. Let's be real. There's some days where you love me, but you don't like me.
That's
very
a
much.
I need to be with Jesus day.
Yes, and it's okay. It's okay to be with Jesus
that's
sometimes,
a day when
and
I just need to talk to the Lord
Right.
about you, about what's going on in ministry or whatever else. But and those days are few and far in between because
Right.
we are, again, like we said, we are together sun up, sundown every day. Unless you're out of town
right.
with your book tour and something like that. But it is always good to make sure that we're walking in the same direction, I guess. That's
Right.
That's what it's all about.
And that's very important. You have to, and you can't be afraid of your partner's dreams. You know, you have two people coming together, and I know the Bible says they become one. And my question always was, well, which one? Meaning, you have two crazy people getting together, and now all of a sudden they're one. But am I going to lean more towards you, or are you going to lean more towards me? What about my dreams? What about your dreams? Do my dreams go on hold because you have a dream? Do your dreams go on hold because I have a dream? How do you figure that out? And, you know, I found in our marriage, excuse me, you know, what's worked for us is we talk about it. What do you see in the future? What do you want to see? When we first got married, we didn't know all this stuff was going to happen. I didn't think that I would ever write a book. You didn't think you would ever have a farm. Heck, we didn't.
Vegan farm.
Black vegan farmer.
Black vegan.
Yeah.
pastor.
Yes. So we had to figure out what does that mean? You know, seasons of life. When we first got married, it was about us starting the business. It was your dream to always have a personal training studio. It was his dream, you know, to be a trainer and to help people get healthy. And I jumped on board of the dream. Now, I didn't work out. I didn't eat right. I didn't do really any of that stuff. I still don't. I didn't do any of that. However, it was his dream. So I jumped in with both feet, both hands, helping him build his dream. And because I did that, even though there were days where I was like, well, what about me? What about me? I realized the time will come when God, what? Hey, Miss Kay, oh my goodness, how are you? You are like the best nurse ever. I always say that. I'm so glad that I don't have to see you. We used to see you a lot. But anyway, but getting back to it, I realized I'm all in with him, And now I have a dream, and there's some things that God has placed in me that I'm doing out, and he's all in with my dream. Yes. And I believe because I was all in with him, that now I don't have to feel guilty. I don't have to feel bad. When somebody calls and says, hey, I want you to come speak in Georgia. I want you to come speak here. I don't feel bad that he's saying, you know, what do you mean? Who's going to take care of the kids? He's like, I got the babies. You go do what you got to do.
And I get to sleep in the bed. The whole bed. I can sleep on either side of the bed. I can have a whole king size bed to my I'm just no, for real though. I want you to do that.
Yes.
Because I had a gym for 15 years. God called me to be a pastor. He called both of us to be pastors and preach the gospel around the world. I focus now more on leading Light of Life Church, and I need you to go out and do the world. Take the world by storm. Preach, teach, promote your book. Where's the book? Where's the book? Get this book. You gotta read this book. I am still blown away about how many people are calling and saying this book. I wish you could even show people the text messages you're getting from people about how this book changed their lives. There's a story in there about how we met. Isn't there a story how we met? Or something about how you dedicated to me. I think you mentioned me one time in the whole book. Let's talk about that. I need to change. I need counsel. I need therapy. She talked about me one time in the whole book, I think. But for real, read the book.
This is my issue. What?
Read the book. A lot of men ladies, get this book for your husband as well, because a lot of men came out. Yeah. Came out of how they were feeling. Not came out any other way, but just came out about how they felt. Because they read your story. Yes. And they seen something in them.
Yeah. And you know, the book I had to change really was written, I would like to say it was written to women. Because it was, you know, it is my story. It is, and here we go. Change me. See, you know, just think. But I had a few of the men in our ministry who read the book. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I had one man in our ministry who read the book, and then 2 or 3 other pastors. So thank y'all for reading my little old book, for all of you gentlemen. But what I found, what they were saying was, I really couldn't identify with your story per se because I'm a man, but I saw my mother, I saw my wife, I saw my sisters in your story, and I recognized that the way that I treated women and the result of me treating them in a negative way, what can happen to them because of the story that I told. So I'm guessing my book is also for the men, even though I kind of talk to women in the book. But hey, I'm working on my second one, so we'll see what happens with that.
I'm working on my second DVD. Title Change Me. I'm gonna sell me some of these DVDs tonight. I'm gonna have them in my closet for 12 years.
Hey Mel, if you're still on, do me a favor. Can you put in the Lady Charlotte /shop for me where they can get the book? I really appreciate it. Or any of my ladies that are on.
Stephanie's
but
on,
I wanted
my
to thank
my
you.
daughter.
This was supposed to be a half-an-hour show. We've
Not
been
with
on
me.
for like 3 hours.
Not for me. We're gonna do a marathon tonight. We're gonna do what's it called?
Okay, so let's do
this. We're gonna binge watch.
Does anybody have we're gonna binge watch us? We're just gonna sit here.
We're just gonna sit here and listen. Look at the comments.
Does anybody have any questions? Shoot a question at us about marriage or something that you want to know. Not about farming, because I don't know anything about it other than don't go out.
I got collard greens, 200 heads of collard greens going in the ground in a couple of weeks.
And the men are about to build a fence.
And the sweet potatoes are ready. All it's going to be ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yes.
So make sure you see me, inbox me if you need real sweet potatoes and collard greens. They ain't got no chemicals and all that stuff.
I want to tell them about you and the men from Light of Life are going to the farm on Saturday, next Saturday,
21st.
on the 21st. And they're going to build a fence.
That's nothing big.
I think I'm going to go because I want to see y'all build a fence.
The deer don't eat our collard greens. Praise the Lord.
I have a husband that's a farmer that doesn't know how to put together an IKEA dresser.
But I can build a fence. I can build a fence.
He can't hang up curtains.
I can build a fence. I can build a fence. I can grow collard greens, tomatoes, kales, green tomatoes, king.
He can't hang up a picture frame, like for real.
I can read the Bible. And I can build a
Read
fence.
the Bible.
And I can build a
Okay,
fence.
so if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them.
Somebody probably did a question.
No,
Tasha did
it's,
it. Thank you,
Tasha, it's ladycharlotte.com/shop. But it's okay, they'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Who is that, Corinne?
Yes, we need to get together like tomorrow or the day after
Corinne,
before you leave.
I need to talk to you. I ain't seen you in a couple weeks, so we miss you.
I know.
Tasha, thank you for putting that
Yes,
up.
and Javier as well.
Mel, my daughter, who I'm well pleased. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm waiting for some questions. Any questions? I'm taking over the show.
Okay, go ahead, take over the show.
I'm taking over the show.
Take over the show.
The show is now titled Change Me.
Okay,
Change
here's
me.
my question. If y'all can see this, okay, why does he look like he's in heaven? Like, what is that? He's in heaven, y'all.
See how
Look, like, is he on his way to
Javier,
heaven?
hello.
Like, I mean, is he on his way to heaven? Like, what is going on here? Like, he's
Stephanie,
floating.
don't you laugh at me.
He's floating in the air. Like, either that or he wants us to see. Like, I don't know. This is just hilarious. He's in heaven, but he.
99 cents when you order the book. And she said, I can't wait. I'm gonna give you.
She said I can't because she's laughing so much. She's not saying
she said she can't wait to get this. I saw it. She said I can't wait. Marcia said I can't wait to get my copy. I'm gonna autograph your copy, Marcia.
We're gonna bring them to church.
Coco, I'm gonna make sure you get 2 copies, Coco.
We're gonna bring them to church and give them away.
Stephanie,
we're
I'm
in
gonna
a
give you a
giving
copy.
spirit.
I'm gonna give you a copy, Stephanie.
We're in the spirit of
giving.
giving.
I'm gonna give you a copy. My friend Pastor Aeneas, we're in the Spirit Church out in St. Louis, Missouri, is on. God bless you.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Maybe he needs money getting shape.
He's
oh my God, I know.
Hall of
That's
Fame.
what I'm
He
saying,
don't need
but
no
he
video.
needs you.
My good friend. What did Deacon Libby say? I can't.
God. What
Cross
if we
the
had?
finish line.
Coco said, "What if we already have the book? We'll
Then
just give it to you for free."
Then you can get this for 99 cents extra.
Deacon Libby said she wants 10.
She wants 10.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Can the praise team help with the video remake of the music?
Yes.
Please, we need a remake. Oh my God!
I'm
it's
gonna
so
do
churchy.
This is coming out. This is going to be coming out next year. Make sure you stay tuned. Change Me Too.
And I'm the advanced workout girl. So
Wait
just
till
wait.
y'all see her in there as the advanced workout girl.
Yeah,
Look at her laying on the floor. Look at her laying on the floor. You see it? Look at her laying on the floor. Y'all got to get a copy of this. This was done back in.
Oh God,
this
2006.
was high quality. 2006.
This is
I'm
the
proud
year
of
that
this.
Jordan was born.
I'm proud of this. I'm
Yes,
proud
it's
of this.
beautiful. I love it.
And it's purple.
He did a
The
great
cover is
job.
purple
He
because
did it.
royalty.
But
2006.
he said it because it's royalty.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God, the colors on that video. Yeah, it's
All right,
crazy.
we gotta go now.
All right, we gotta go because we've been on way too long. Thank you.
And my
So
contract
thank you.
only said 30 minutes.
And his contract said 30 minutes, so now I gotta pay him, y'all.
Yes.
Pray for me.
Pay me. Pay tonight. Amen.
Amen.
Change. Love you guys so much. So
Oh.
much. Please inbox her. Please keep supporting everything she does. Know that I love her so much.
We got a question.
Who
we
got a
gotta get this
question?
question. So what if you don't agree with your spouse's vision? If they have a vision, what do you do?
Support the best way you can. Pray together. Fast together.
Mm-hmm.
If your spouse has a vision that sometimes, especially men, we can have this big crazy vision. Remember, there's a thin line between faith and foolishness. Mm-hmm. And sometimes faith dresses up and foolishness clothed. Like that's a Dr. R.A. Vernon saying. So sometimes you gotta wheel him back in and say, baby, you know what?
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
We can't build a Taj Mahal when we only on a half-acre lot. So
Right.
you got to really think about that sometimes because even with me, there's sometimes I can go way. I mean, there's buildings I want to buy right now and buildings I look at and I come home and tell my wife about it and she's like, "Oh, that's good. That's good. That's real nice. How are we gonna do this?" And then as soon as she started that, I was like, reality sets in and kicks in.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this is not something we can do right now.
Yeah, and the
But
other
that's a
thing,
good question.
the other thing I would add to that is pray. One of the things especially when Pastor comes to me with like a big vision or something like that, I don't go right away to, ooh, that's crazy. But I pray. I go to God and I said, okay, Lord, is this a vision from you? What is this? What will it entail? How can I encourage him? Or, Lord, show him. I'm praying to you and asking you to show him that vision. And I'm going to trust that my husband or vice versa is listening to God, and we'll make sure that vision is for the family. It's
Right.
not just for one person. And here comes
No,
come here,
don't
Grace.
invite them
Come
in.
here.
This is not a
my
family
Gracie.
show.
It's a family show now. This is our baby
Oh.
Grace. Say hi. Can you say hi to the people? Say hey, everybody.
Hi.
What's going on here? You about getting ready to go to bed?
Yes, you gotta go to bed.
Yeah, she has
I
to go
have
to bed.
30 minutes.
Oh, you want to see yourself? Okay. She
Change
has
me.
30 minutes.
Change
Okay.
me.
Wait.
Grace, he's showing everybody the tape. What should they buy it?
Yeah, say buy my daddy video. We support the United Negro College Fund. We have 3 Negroes to send to college.
Oh my God, get out,
Yes,
get out,
yes,
get out,
yes,
bye,
yes.
bye.
Come on.
Bye. Okay, everybody say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say good night.
Good night.
Okay, bye,
Okay,
Grace.
bye.
See
Bye,
you
Grace.
later.
I love you.
Love you
So,
guys.
love you guys.
I
We're
don't think there's more questions. Is
Yep, we're signing off. We gotta get these babies to bed. Well, one of them anyway. She's going to summer school. So
8:56.
okay, you got 30 minutes. Okay, I got it.
33 minutes.
No negotiation.
She has 33 minutes before she has to go to bed. So we're gonna get her ready. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
In the meantime, if you have any other questions, if you have some questions that maybe you don't want to type out on here, go ahead and inbox me. If you have, if you are currently going through something in your marriage, there's some disconnect between you and your husband. You're on different visions, you're on different planes, and you're just kind of like, I'm just not sure. Go ahead and inbox me. We'll talk to you. Everybody knows at our church, specifically all of our married couples, you can come to us with everything that you have. There isn't one thing that we can't talk about. Everything from how to just have fun together like we do.
Okay.
Hey, Pastor, how are you, sir?
Miss
Love
First
you.
Lady.
And First Lady. Hey, Miss Kenya, how are you?
Yes.
Love you.
Great man of God.
Yes.
The
yes.
Jesus experience.
Yes, love y'all.
You want to come to Miami for the Jesus
I'm ready
experience.
to go. Like, come on.
Yes. Boy, good.
Yes. So anyway, so we love you guys.
Love
Thank you
you.
so much for joining us tonight for the Moment of Change.
Shout out Shepherd's Connection.
Yes, and Mom and Dad, Dr. Vernon,
Lady Vernon,
we
the
love
Word
you.
Church.
Tune in next Monday.
Am I gonna be back? A 30-minute show will last a whole hour. That's not because of me. I ain't had nothing
I
to do
do
with
have
it.
a special guest next week that'll be joining me. But I won't tell you about it yet. I just want to make sure we're all good. If you have a chance tomorrow, click on my page. I'm going to be on Blog Talk Radio tomorrow at 10 a.m. I know it's going to be recorded, so if you miss it, if you're at work, I'm going to go ahead and post it later on. But have the opportunity to be on Blog Talk Radio and talk about I Had to Change and just how the book is changing the lives of so many women. So again, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for tuning in with us. We know that you could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff, so I'm glad you had fun with us. We love you guys, and this is a moment of change. What are we doing? What is this? Is this something new we're doing? Like, yeah, this is like our gang sign.
Spiritual
Bye.
gang sign.
Spiritual gang signs.
Love you
ain't
guys.
right. Say love you guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. God bless you.
Moment of Change, LadyCharlotte.com.
Yes.
Hope to see you soon.
God
God
bless
bless you.